So welcome back to PBS Brakes. We're continuing with the series of showing you how to fit our pads to your car. Today we've got this F56 John Cooper Works JCW Mini. Now today we're only installing the front pads, so it's going to be a nice and easy video for me and easy for you guys to watch. Now if you are interested in getting your car on the channel and a free set of brakes and free fitting, there is a page on our website with a list of cars that we need and an application form for you to apply if you've got one of those cars.
So today we're installing a set of our Pro Race pads, and these are for cars that regularly spend a lot of their time either on track days or motorsport events. Now with the kit you'll get everything that you need, including obviously the pads. You'll also get shims and you'll also get bedding in procedure instructions as well.
Now one thing to note here, if you've not got a gun as strong as this guy, then make sure to crack your wheel bolts loose before you lift it up in the air.
So we're first going to get the car in the air. Now if you've got a lift, great. If not, a jack is perfectly fine for this job.
It's always a good idea to take the cap off the brake reservoir, just so when we're moving the fluid back from the piston, it has somewhere to escape to and we don't build up any pressure inside of that system. So pop the bonnet, try and find where the brake reservoir is.
Which on this car is just underneath the scuttle panel, and you need to remove a couple of 10mm tabs to access it.
John Cooper Works models of these come with Brembo 4-pot calipers as standard, and these calipers are a fantastic design and extremely fantastic when it comes to changing brake pads. This will probably be one of the easiest brake pad changes you will ever do if pins have been greased. Now, it's very important to clean the pins up and grease them. A lot of people forget this, and a lot of the times they seize, because they're steel, they seize in the aluminium caliper. So this is pretty much a brand new car, so I don't think we're gonna have that problem today, but they can be a pain. So when you're doing this yourself, make sure to clean up the pins. It's very, very, very important. But first of all, we're gonna get them out. And to get them out, you need a really small punch like this, small enough to fit through this hole. And all we've got to do is knock 2 pins out, and that's pretty much the job done. So as you can see here, we have 1 pin going through here and 1 pin going through there, and that's all that holds these pads in. You've got the pins most of the way out, just grab a vice grip and just wiggle them the rest of the way. Now we are going to fully take them out because we want to clean them up. There we go. Now there are 4 pistons on here. It's quite important that we push the 2 back at the same time. If you try pushing one back, the other one will pop out, and you try push with that back, the other one will pop out. So you do have to push each side back at the same time. So the best way to do that is to just use the pad inside of the caliper. I'm just going to use a little pry tool like this, and this is the easiest way to do it. Now there are little gaps where a pry tool just fits in absolutely perfectly, but just to take extra care of not scratching the disc, I like to just wrap it in something that's not going to mark the disc. So we've got a rubber glove here, nice thick glove, and we can just whack that in there and we can just pry back, and that pushes the pistons back. 2 at the same time, and after you push the pistons back, the pads will simply slide out on each side.
Now it's always good to clean where the pads are going to be sliding and sitting. Now it is a big job to get this caliper off to clean them with a wire wheel, so if they're in good condition like this caliper is, just get something like a flat bladed screwdriver and just use that to clean. If they're a lot worse, take the caliper off and clean them properly with a wire wheel. Now depending on what date you order our pads, some may come with the shims already attached, or some may come separately with the shims like this. If they are separately, make sure to stick them onto the back of the pad, as these are needed for tolerance reasons. Now we're going to add some grease to each side of the pad, as this is where they're going to be sliding back and forth in the caliper, and also on top of the shims like this, so they don't seize to the pistons themselves. And then quite simply take them back to the caliper and slide 1 in each side like this. Now a very important step here is to get the pins that we removed earlier and clean them up as best as possible. Any bit of dirt on here is going to stop the smoothness of these pads going in, and it's going to make it even harder for you to get them out next time. So clean them up as best as possible and put a slight layer of grease on top of them to ease the use of them coming in and out.
Now the next bit is a little bit of a trick. You want to slide the pin through there, but you also want to put this clip at the top and then get the other pin and slide that through the bottom one, making sure they all line up. get them most of the way.
And just send them home the rest of the way with the punch.
Now the front left side is exactly the same, but on this side you will have the brake wear sensor. Now if you still have this, which I assume most of these cars would, our pads come with an integrated slot to install this wear sensor. And there you go, quite possibly one of the easiest brake pads change in history. And now you can see why those Brembos are such a good idea.
So now it's time to reinstall the wheels. Make sure you tighten that brake reservoir cap that you took off earlier. We're going to torque the wheels to spec and we're going to go and take it for a drive and do the bedding in procedure, which is printed off in all of our products inside the box.